Alright, so we are here to discuss about reading part of your PTE. That's nothing but Pearson's Test of English. Now, as you know that in reading you have 5 to 6 tasks that you need to do, but today we will be talking only about multiple choice. Choose single answer and multiple choice, choose multiple answers. Before moving on to any question, let us look at some of the strategies that will help you out to solve your questions. Now, the very first strategy that is required is read with a purpose. That is nothing but, we have always been taught that before you go to the questions, always make sure that you read the text completely. But here it's the opposite. Before you move on to the text, make sure that you read the question first. Because once you read the question, you will have an idea of what is required. For example, why, when, how. These are the words that will help you out whether you are supposed to focus on complete text possible or a part of it. Next thing that you're supposed to apply here is skimming. Skimming is nothing but reading a bit faster than your normal pace. Now when I say this, I mean mainly focus on the first line and last line of your paragraph. The very first line to have the main idea behind the passage, and the last line to make sure whether it's getting concluded there or not. Now, when you skim, make sure that you underline all the key words that are important, and after which you will be easily able to solve the question. Now let us look at a question. Read the text and answer the multiple choice question by selecting the correct response. Only one response is correct. Only one response is correct. This means what? This means there is only one answer that is correct and the other three are absolute wrong. The question is, why does Christ Church Cathedral clock give a different time from other British churches? Now as I told, please go to the question first, underline why there. Yes. So now we have understood that we want the reason behind that why it is different time from other British churches. We have 4 options A, B, C and D. Now go to the text. What the text says is, it is a curious tradition that the clock on the tower of Christ Church Cathedral in Oxford is always 5 minutes later than standard British time. This is the main idea. And as we are reading, with the help of skimming, underline the keywords. That's nothing but curious, tradition, clock, tower, Christ, church, cathedral, Oxford, always 5 minutes, standard British time. So now we have understood that this is the main topic. The discussion is all about why it is always different from other British churches. Immediately in the second section you have the explanation for this. So underline the word explanation. Which means what? It is giving the reason behind why it is different from other British churches. So before moving on to the next part, don't we think we are reaching to our answer because we have the reason behind why it is? Yes. So now do not waste your time reading the complete passage. Quickly come to the answers and try to eliminate the wrong answers. For example, A. Oxford likes to be different from other places. There is nowhere given in the passage that whether it's like to be different or it likes to be similar. That means it automatically gets omitted. Second one, B. It was initially a protest against the coming of the railway. It was nothing as such. There is no discussion of a protest that has occurred. So A and B are eliminated. Come to C. Cathedral staff were reluctant to act too quickly. Reluctant? Yes. We have an answer for this because as I told you that synonyms will be used. That is, expression will be different but meaning will definitely be the same. So we have a word in the passage. Explanation for this lies in the conservative nature. Conservative means what? Conservative means again reluctant, orthodox, reserved. Yes, so you have the same thing in your C, that they were reluctant to act too quickly. We have the same explanation in the last line, that when the cathedral was asked to come into line, the clergy discussed this request but decided that this was an idea that needed to prove its worth before being adopted. which shows that they were reluctant enough to act too quickly. They needed time. So we have C as an answer for now, but let us eliminate the D answer also and understand why D is not an answer. It was very difficult to alter the time on the clock. It's nowhere discussed about the difficulty levels that was required to alter. They were already available and it would be in a synchronized way. So now the answer is C, that the cathedral staff were reluctant to act too quickly.